It starts with sorry.
Hi, welcome to Leon Divert, and today we are doing a tier list of Has-Been Hotel music. I usually cover video game music on this channel, but today I wanted to mix it up. So, I've watched the series twice now, and I just kind of want to rank the songs based on how they feel both in and out of context. Of course, I'll have, my own opinions and my own bias here too. Let's start out with our first song. Alright, so I just listened to Happy Day in Hell, and I believe it's a solid B tier. It's definitely a good start. It lets you know that the series is indeed a musical. Kind of has Disney princess vibes, it's kind of a parody of like a Disney princess, it reminds me of the beginning of Beauty and the Beast, where Belle is just walking through the town, right? It reminds me a little bit of that. Okay, so I just listened to Hell is Forever, and I think it's a solid A tier. It's kind of funny when he's doing, the Jack Black, plenty of people have done that, but Jack Black's really known for stuff like that. It really represents him, just being a real dick in the show. But overall, pretty good song. I like the break where it's just, him singing the chorus with the claps, and then it leads into, a key change. Pretty good song, pretty good jams. All right, so next. Do you want to sound like Alistair? Go into your program of choice and put a filter on your voice. That is all. Okay, so I just listened to Stayed Gone. Obviously, solid S tier in my opinion. I'm a big fan of the ba, and then it goes into this jazz poetry over like the electro swing, and then back into that ba. You gotta love the sass between Vox and Alistair. Pretty good S tier. All right, so
It starts with sorry.
All right, so I just listened to Starts with Sorry, and I think solid A tier. Actually, you know what? Sleeper S tier. It's like this power ballad. In context, it's so sincere. It's so good. It's so representative of the beginning of his path to redemption that I'm a sucker for it. So Sleeper S tier, bottom of S tier. These will be in order. All right. I just listened to Respectless. Solid A tier. I like that it starts with the Latin or Hispanic guitar, right? And then it key changes into this, kind of synth pop track. It's so sick, dude. Okay, so I just listened to Whatever It Takes, and I think it's a solid A tier. Again, I'm kind of a sucker for these power ballads, right? It's nice to hear Vaggie with a little more inflection in her voice. I thought she was really flat in A Happy Day in Hell. All right, so I just listened to Poison. Y'all, this song is a bop. Obvious S tier. It's very representative of what Angel Dust is going through, especially if you hear the whole song and listen to it in context. Even outside of context, again, the song is a bop. Obvious S tier. Alrighty, so next. Alright, so I just listened to Loser Baby, and yeah, A tier. Pretty good song, very representative of the situation that Angel and Husk are in, being contracted to other demons. And the song itself is pretty much a bop, solid A tier. Okay, so I just listened to Hell's Greatest Dad, and this song is S tier if it didn't start becoming like just a bunch of bickering towards the end, and then Mimsy comes in and just totally makes it almost C. Her part alone is C tier, all right? Like, y'all, I loved when Lucifer busts out the fiddle, the golden fiddle. Like, of course he would. I'm gonna put it in B tier. It is an S tier song until they get to bickering, and then Mimsy comes in. But I'm gonna put it in B, and we're gonna keep on going.
More than anything, more than anything.
Alright. I just finished listening to Hell's Greatest Dad and solid S tier. Don't at me. Solid S tier. The power ballad returns, and Lucifer's voice in this song is something else. And then, it starts with the sad guitar, and then the lo-fi drums come in, and y'all, possibly the best song the song of the season, probably. But let's continue. All right, so I listened to Welcome to Heaven, and it was okay. It's catchy and all, but it literally sounds like what you would expect. It doesn't do a whole lot for me personally, but yeah, let's continue.
If hell is forever, then heaven must be a lie.
Emily.
If angels can do whatever and remain in the sky.
All right, so I just listened to You Didn't Know, and solid A tier. It starts as a power ballad. Different motifs from the series kind of appear. I love the part when Charlie and Emily are both singing together, and it's this epic. It's really good. Solid A tier. All right, I just listened to Out for Love, and I think it's at the bottom of A tier. It's better than B tier. It's pretty catchy. It's got the Latin, Hispanic guitar. And I know Vivzy Pop loves her synth pop tracks, so pretty solid A tier. All right, so I just listened to Ready for This. I think this is lower B tier. Still a good song, but it gives me old school Disney vibes. Think like Mary Poppins. I guess is kind of suitable for the era that most of these characters are involved with. So yeah, solid B tier. All right, More Than Anything Reprise. Obviously right behind the original. A little shorter, but a beautiful track. I'm a sucker for these power ballads, so solid S tier. All right, I just listened to The Show Must Go On, and it's pretty good. It also shares a lot of motifs that were heard earlier in the show. Solid A tier. All right, and that's the tier list. I'll probably have something on screen that'll show the song titles in order of this tier list. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I usually do video game covers. Sometimes I branch out in different directions. Today we decided to do a tier list, Hazbin Hotel. If you liked it, leave a like. Think about subscribing, think about sharing this around with your friends, and yeah, I hope y'all have a good day.